Good morning. Is it still morning? No, it's nowhere near. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She does go home, I promise you. Every night she goes home and she eats there. And then she's back here. She's been asleep on the top of Lilia's coat all morning, but Lilia's gone out for lunch with her boyfriend, so we had to move you, and now you're here, aren't you? But I'm about to get up and go out as well. It is Wednesday. Usually I work on Wednesdays, but my working hours are a little bit all over the place at the moment. So I'll be at work tomorrow and Friday instead, because Dan is at university every Wednesday, and 2 of those Wednesdays a month he has to actually go into the university, whereas the other 2 Wednesdays he's just at home studying and doing online lectures. And today's one of those days, so he has gone off to West London and I'm at home. And that is because it's handy to have someone at home on a Wednesday for when Phoebe gets home from school, for any running around and so on and so forth. So we just swapped until he's finished his studies. Phoebe and I are going curtain shopping, and my battery's about to run out. So let's just start the vlog right away, shall we, and just go. I'm sorry, Mio, that you can't come curtain shopping. You'll have to stay here and have a snoozle. Look at the bubble tea van cocktail.
That pink Christmas tree would go perfectly in my room.
Let's move that a bit. I'm back. I've dropped Phoebe and her friend off at the cinema, picked up a few bits, got some bagels, because I hadn't had any lunch. I just munched one on the way home, but I'm also going to have one for my lunch at work tomorrow, and I'm going to have it with piccalilli and corn cocktail sausages, cut up. I love these. Also got some hummus, because someone in the comments the other day mentioned hummus and carrot wraps, which makes me think I didn't get wraps. So I'm going to have to get those. Scones, plain scones, not the fruit in, because dried fruit ruins them. Got those nice with a cup of tea. Frozen peas, very boring. Some canned sweet corn. And that's it. I'm going to sit down now and have a little rest, maybe a bit of cross stitch, before I have to go and get Phoebe again. Lilia and her boyfriend have taken over the living room. Also, I bought curtains for Phoebe. I couldn't find any in John Lewis, or anywhere really, that I could picture in our room. I find curtains really difficult. But Phoebe knew exactly what she wanted. She wanted white. I thought this was quite good for John Lewis, actually. I mean, they're just going to look like white curtains. But they were £68, I think, which is expensive, but they're blackout. And they're textured, and they're the biggest size that they do. So now I just need to get a nice sturdy rail to put them on. This is because her curtains fell down last night. She needs new curtains. They're still like really like what we got when we moved in, so she was 4. So she does need something a bit more grown up. Yeah, so she did need them, but then they fell down yesterday, and we were like, do you know what, let's just get the new rail and the new curtains and get that sorted. As they've taken over downstairs and they're watching films, I could sit with them. They wouldn't mind at all, but I don't want to. I want to watch my knitting podcast that I want to catch up on. So I've come up to bed. Now, first rule of getting into bed during the day, what time is it now? It's about 4 o'clock, is no outdoor clothes on the bed. So I have changed into a pyjama t-shirt. My favourite of the moment, Jack and Sally. Phoebe and her friend are at the cinema. Have I said that already? I've left them at the cinema. I will have to go and get them at some point. Unless, of course, Diane's home from uni in time, although I doubt it very much. And once everyone knows what they're doing dinner-wise, I don't know if Lilia's going out with her boyfriend or what, then I'll make a decision on cooking dinner. We've got enough if he wants to stay, so we'll just play it by ear. I'm quite happy. So I've got some admin to do. So I thought I'd just bring my laptop up and do it in bed. Got to make a couple of phone calls, that kind of thing. I can just do it easily from here, just the same as sitting on the sofa or at the table. And then when I've done that, I've also got my cross stitch, because I reckon with a bit of a push, I'll have this finished. I still don't know if I'm going to do the words or not. And then I want to go and find a little frame for it to put it up for Halloween. So the words on it are Fright Night. This is how it will look when it's all finished. But I'm thinking it would be cool without the words and just with the little stars. Yeah, I'm gonna do it without the words and then see how I feel about it. I can always add the words afterwards if I want to. I have made quite good progress. My pumpkin is done. The spider is done apart from the eyeballs, because I have to do a... Oh, hang on, have I missed one? No. I have to do a French knot, and I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to have to get on YouTube for that. And I've just started on the bat at the top. It's so fun. I really like the dyed fabric. So I'm going to push on with that and see if I can get it done. And then last night, as I showed you very briefly at the end of the vlog yesterday, I finished my One Skein Wonder cowl. It's a crochet pattern. It's free on her website, but it's by Fibre and Fox, and it's free on the website, but you can have a sort of ad-free pay for version as well. I may go and get that just as a thank you to the designer for putting it out there. I did do things a bit differently. I started off with the Zach's starting foundation half double crochets that she has in the pattern. I did everything exactly, and then I changed hook size to go down, and that's how she recommends to shape it slightly. But I also reduced a few stitches just every now and then. Every few rows I decreased a couple of stitches across to... I just worked out how to do it in the, what's it called, the mini bean stitch pattern, which gives this lovely texture. The yarn, of course, was a gift right at the beginning of Vlogtober from lovely Linda, who sent it via Claire at Cookston Crafts, who is a lovely yarn dyer who I will link underneath. The colour is cerise. Oh, is that right? Cerise? I don't have the ball burner with me. I'm pretty sure it was cerise. And the other thing I did was I did weigh how much the rib weighed and the first couple of rows, and then when I got to that amount towards the top, I kept going for quite a bit, and in the end I started the rib with about 5 grams less than it took to do the rib at the bottom. Hope that makes sense, because obviously I decreased slightly and decreased the hook size, but I still had plenty of yarn left. So I just kept going and did a longer rib section at the top because, well, no one's going to notice. And also I like doing that kind of rib, so it was fun. And look how it fits. I'm really, really pleased with it. For me, because I like things quite snug to my neck, this is almost ideal. I could have it snugger though, about here. So if I did it again, I would probably just not start with as many at the beginning. It's a very simple pattern, and crochet is so forgiving as well that you can skip a few stitches here and there. No one's going to notice. Reduce it. I'm definitely making another one of these. I think this is brilliant. It'd be lovely for gifts as well, wouldn't it? You could just make a crochet cowl for someone. I'd also like to make a crochet cowl that was just the front post, back post ribbing. I think that would be so squidgy and lovely. Maybe I'll have a go at that next. Oh, love it. So that is my cowl. It's not quite cold enough to wear that today though, but it is finished. I'm not even going to block it. I'm going to put that to one side to show in the old podcast and then start wearing it. Okay. I'm going to get on with my bedmin. Like admin, but bed. I'm so clever. I'm just about to do the washing up. Oh, dinner was lovely. I wasn't looking forward to it because Lilia had requested toad in the hole, but I prefer to make Yorkshire puddings. So I'm sure everyone knows what toad in the hole is, but just in case, if you're somewhere in Europe or another country that doesn't have it, you basically cook sausages. You get the pan really, really hot with a little bit of oil. You put the sausages in and you put the batter for Yorkshire puddings, which is like a savoury pancake that rises, in around the sausages, and then the sausages cook and the batter cooks and it all comes out like one big Yorkshire pudding with sausages. And Lilia loves it. But I've never had the best of success with keeping the batter nice and risen and crispy with the sausages in the same pan. Or maybe it's supposed to be like that and I just don't like it. It's not my favourite. So I tend to do the Yorkshire puddings just separately in the top oven and then cook the sausages, because you've got to keep the door shut when you're cooking Yorkshires. I have not yet tried Yorkshires in the air fryer, but apparently that is a thing, and it is a thing on my agenda to try, but I haven't tried it yet. So I do them separately and then cook the sausages separately. Phoebe is still out with her friend and they decided to get some food after the cinema. Dan's just gone to go and get them, and of course it's turned into a sleepover, it always does. So he's gone to get them and they're going to stay over here. So it was just the three of us, and we had our I only had one sausage because I find sausages really filling, but I really enjoyed it. We had nice fresh broccoli. I cooked some shallots up to have with it as well, so it was kind of like a bit like an onion gravy, and I loved it. It was just what I needed, and I've been struggling a bit with like not quite getting the right tastes and experience from food that I feel I need, and that hit the spot really well. I finished a quart of Thorns and Roses today. I'm glad I listened to it so that I know what the book is about, because it's been such a big thing. I see it everywhere in bookshops or people talking about it on social media or in real life, and I'm glad that I know. And Lilia talked a lot about it as well. She is insisting, as I know a lot of you also have, that I should keep going with the series because it gets better. I'm going to have a bit of a break because I have to admit I think it's a 3-star read for me. It was okay. I found a lot of it quite slow. I mean, I'll talk about it properly next time I sit down to have a proper chat about books, but I felt that those that needed comeuppance didn't quite get the satisfying comeuppance. It was quite violent in a way that I didn't really enjoy, and I didn't understand a lot of the motivations of what was going on with the characters. I also found the main character, Feyre, quite annoying. But Lilia just smirked at me and said, keep going, it gets better. So I will listen to her and I'll maybe give the next book a go. But I've moved on now to a book that was recommended to me by lovely Victoria, and what Victoria read said that I might enjoy How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. Now, I've read one of Matt Haig's books, The Midnight Library, before, and I loved it. So I'm currently got in my ears, I'm listening to it on Libby or BorrowBox. I have both. I have both the library apps. I think it's on BorrowBox actually, because that's where it was available. So I'm listening to that and I am absolutely adoring and loving it so far, and I'm only about 45 minutes in. So thanks for that recommendation, Victoria. You were spot on, very much my cup of tea, and it feels good to not have a character that's constantly talking about flecks of gold and amber sparkling in people's eyes. I just need a break from people's eyes sparkling. Okay, I'm going to do the washing up now. I would rather do the washing up and listen to my audiobook than go and traipse about in the car again. Plus it means I don't need to get changed back into my outdoor clothes and I can just stay in my pyjamas. So I'm going to leave it here because I'm going to have to edit this after work tomorrow. So I don't want to give future me too much of a hard time with past me nattering on and on. Thank you so much for still watching. Now that we are up to day even are we on? Day 23, can't believe it. Only a week left to go. Thank you for your comments. We love reading them. Phoebe spent ages going through the ones on her cookies recipe, and I've also had a few emails about that as well, and I showed them to her. She's just thrilled. So thank you for taking the time to do that. It means a lot, and you know, yeah, thank you. Thank you for your comments. And I will see you tomorrow for Thursday. I'll be at work tomorrow. I realised earlier I said I'd be at work Thursday, Friday, but I forgot I booked Friday off as annual leave because Lilia's home and it's half term. So I'm only in work tomorrow, which is a bonus. Yay! Although I'm going to have to get everything done in one day, but that's fine. I can get it done. It means I'll be focused and then I'll come home and feel like I've had a good day. So I'll see you tomorrow for a work day, and I'm going to finish washing up, listen to my book, and then go and continue with my cross stitch or my crochet. See you tomorrow.